Hello, Gotham. Joker's back in town.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at the actors who've brought Batman's greatest nemesis, the Joker, to life. We're taking every form of media into consideration, so film, TV, and video game performances all count.
Never rub another man's rhubarb.
Number 20. Larry Storch, The Adventures of Batman and the new Scooby-Doo movies. Larry Storch will always remain the very first voice we've heard of the Clown Prince of Crime in animation. With his Joker leaning more toward family-friendly material, Storch plays the villain as a true prankster.
Erase your doubts, my web-footed friend. This time the Joker will have the last laugh.
This Joker isn't overtly diabolical or malicious. He sticks to smaller crimes just for the fun of it, even going against the Scooby-Doo gang of all people. It would have been easy for Storch to play the character with uninhibited wackiness, but the actor doesn't shy away from adding range to the character, as the Joker's mood varies between humor, frustration, and annoyance.
It's all the Penguin's fault. I never want to see that bird-brained buzzard again.
It's the sort of performance that shows the villain as the bad guy he is, inviting viewers to laugh at his antics. Number 19. James Patrick Stewart, Justice League, Crisis on Two Earths. We've seen the Joker antagonize people time and again, but how many times have we seen him as a hero? James Patrick Stewart portrays an alternate take on the character called Jester. As a member of the Justice League, Jester is firmly one of the good guys. Still, he retains his penchant for inappropriate jokes, propensity for violence, and wisecracking attitude. Stewart turns Jester into a likable character, while remaining true to the Joker's personality.
It's time to get serious, Lex.
No, we can make it together. We can do this.
Get your shiny bald head out of here. It's hurting my eyes.
You get the sense that Jester can easily get on your nerves, yet the actor also humanizes him to an extent. It's a shame Jester has a small role in the movie, although Stewart's performance is impactful as long as it lasts.
I'm down to my last joke anyway. But this one'll kill you.
Number 18. Frank Welker, The Superpowers Team, Galactic Guardians. Along with sharing the screen with Scooby-Doo, the Joker has also shared a voice actor with Scooby. Frank Welker voices the character in this short-lived series. The show is slightly darker than other versions of DC Super Friends, and Welker's version reflects this change. Although appearing in just one episode, the actor steals the show.
The Joker's laugh is always last, Tin Man.
His take on the character combines Joker's over-the-top mannerisms with a noticeable mean streak. Welker brings out the baddie's cruelty without compromising on his slapstick tendencies. This Joker's annoying habits are on a larger scale, even irritating universal threats like Darkseid.
No more surprises, Joker.
No, it's not my fault.
Fans still had a few years before Joker's more dangerous exploits in 1989's live-action Batman, but Welker offers the perfect snippet to keep them prepared. Number 17. Anthony Ingruber, Batman: The Enemy Within. The Joker is a lot of things, but a sympathetic character is not one of them. However, Anthony Ingruber's version certainly comes close. Named John Doe in this incarnation, the character is an Arkham inmate who idolizes Bruce Wayne. Ingruber brings a boyish charm in his performance, portraying John as a misguided man who just wants a friend.
It hasn't been easy for me out here, you know? I'm the new guy now.
But the actor leaves enough room for the Joker's tendency to make people uncomfortable. It's unclear exactly what John's thinking, always seeming on edge or ready to burst. There's a fascinating duality about him that the game explores.
Can it be? Old Sally the Weezer the Lestra. It's been a dog's age.
They wanted me to do something completely original, to sort of play it more subtle.
Depending on players' choices, John either becomes the fiendish Joker or a tragic villain. Ingruber shines in both scenarios, offering a fresh glimpse into the mind of Batman's most enduring nemesis. Number 16. Zach Galifianakis, The Lego Batman Movie. At a time when the Joker's despicable behavior was normalized to audiences, it was fun to see the character in a different light. Considering the young target audience for this movie, it's easy to see why Galifianakis' Joker is relatively harmless. But we still get a peek behind his madness, as the film explores why he's antagonized Batman all these years.
Do you realize that you have never once said the words, "I hate you, Joker"?
Thanks to the solid chemistry between Galifianakis and Will Arnett's Batman, the pair comes across more as estranged friends than rivals. Galifianakis plays up the villain's comedic talents, filling the movie with lighthearted jokes. The actor solidifies the Joker as a multifaceted character, connecting with audiences at a surprisingly deeper level than expected.
Can you leave this in there, editor? They asked me to do this. So when the viewer at home is like, why is he doing that? Because they asked me.
Number 15, Alan Tudyk, Harley Quinn. Thanks to Harley Quinn's hard R rating, we see the Joker in all his unbridled glory. Alan Tudyk's version is a pompous, arrogant drama queen to whom violence is second nature. Leaning into the series' humorous tone, the Joker's evil is played for laughs. Tudyk's comedic prowess ensures that we don't see the Joker as a complete monster even with his long list of crimes.
Don't you think I would have done that had I wanted to? Half the fun of our relationship was the mystery!
With an overarching storyline across multiple seasons, Tudyk showcases different sides of the Clown Prince of Crime. Whether you're partial towards the villain's classic sadistic streak or more layered dynamics, the actor has us covered. After decades of the Joker's on-screen exploits, Tudyk's version is a much-needed reinvention, and we are all game for more.
Let me try to maniacally laugh.
Number 14, Barry Keoghan, the Batman. If you think about it, the Joker isn't supposed to be funny. The character uses humor as a weapon, with jokes that feed his own sick sense of humor. Barry Keoghan understood the assignment and then some. While his scene didn't make the final cut, it shows the Joker's powerful presence in all his menace. Keoghan plays the character as unhinged beyond redemption.
You two have so much in common. Masked Avengers. So he's even more righteous.
This version of the Joker embraces his dark impulses with absolute relish, coming across as the DC Universe's version of Hannibal Lecter. Performing in contrast to Robert Pattinson, Keoghan gives us a glimpse of the Joker's symbiotic relationship with Batman. No matter how long it takes to see the character in full, you just know Keoghan will knock it out of the park.
You think they deserved it, huh? You think they deserved it.
Number 13, Richard Epcar, Injustice, Gods Among Us. It wouldn't be the Joker if he didn't get under a superhero's skin. The Injustice universe takes Joker's mastery of manipulation to its greatest peak. Richard Epcar's version successfully manipulates both Batman and Superman. The actor maintains subtlety in his performance, never going full maniacal but keeping it right on the surface.
I was going to enjoy the fireworks from a safe distance, but now that you're here, what say we have one last dance?
The cogs spinning in Joker's head seem to run at a breakneck pace. Instead of wreaking havoc on a whim, this version relies on his genius intellect. Because of this, Epcar portrays the Joker as a quiet but deadly force, having a way with words few others possess.
So big, so dumb. Now run along, so I can break out of here. I've got lots of planning to do to top this.
Responsible for turning the Man of Steel evil, Epcar's Joker is derangement personified. Number 12, Cameron Monaghan, Gotham. Gotham splits Joker's personality into two, the nihilist and the anarchist. Brothers Jerome and Jeremiah represent the most striking aspects of the character, although there is a distinct method to both of their madnesses.
We all could go insane with just one bad day. I guess with you, it's more like one bad spray. You'll see.
Cameron Monaghan disappears into the dual role, virtually unrecognizable whichever twin he portrays. From initial clues to his true nature to eventually shedding all traces of humanity, Jeremiah in particular represents the monster that the Joker is. The character's final form is easily among the most terrifying depictions of the villain. With some impressive character design, Monaghan embodies the antagonist with gruesome accuracy.
Joseph, John, Jay, I don't know, I feel something new crawling from the primordial ooze that was me, something beautiful.
It's a shame we didn't see him square off against Batman, but Monaghan's performance is strong enough to stand out in its own right. Number 11. Brent Spiner, Young Justice. He's forever remembered and associated with his role as Lieutenant Commander Data in Star Trek The Next Generation, so it might surprise you to hear that he has actually done other things. As the wild card of the Injustice League in the TV series Young Justice, Joker wastes no time trying to spread his patented Joker venom around the world.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled mayhem to bring you this important announcement from the Injustice League.
Spiner's disposition is a perfect match for the Joker's creepy, unpredictable personality. Despite being a cartoon aimed at younger audiences, this version of the Joker does not hold back, and he definitely made our skin crawl.
I've got a new routine sure to entertain the good guys and the bad. I'm telling you, Vandy, I think this act will just slay.
Number 10. Michael Emerson, Batman: The Dark Knight Returns. Michael Emerson is no stranger to playing the antagonistic role, so he was the perfect candidate for the Clown Prince in the film adaptation of Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns.
I don't know why he indulges in it, except for his own pleasure, I think, really, because he's a force for chaos.
Taking place in the future, Joker had fallen into a catatonic state for 10 years. But when news hits about Batman coming out of retirement, he wastes no time going back on a rampage.
I want people to get me.
All right, then.
That's why I'm gonna kill everyone in this room.
Emerson's Paul Lynde imitation brilliantly gives life to an incarnation of the Joker so twisted, he goes on an amusement park shooting spree before framing Batman for killing him by breaking his own neck. Number 9. Troy Baker, Batman: Arkham Origins and Batman: Assault on Arkham. Troy Baker's had some experience voicing Batman, so it's quite a surprise to realize that he voices the Bat's archenemy as well.
I don't think there's ever been another time when an actor's been given the opportunity to play both Batman and the Joker. It's just, you never would have thought to cast somebody to do double duty like that before.
Baker was called in to voice a younger Clown Prince in the prequel spin-off of Rocksteady Studios' Arkham games. As the Arkham video game series Joker was already portrayed by Mark Hamill, Baker's role is to replace that performance as a younger-sounding version, and he's doing a really damn good job at it.
You just can't get it through your thick skull. We both exist because of them!
A year later, he would reprise his role in 2014's Batman: Assault on Arkham, and again pulls off a performance that you would almost swear was Mark Hamill, albeit a little bit more restrained.
For someone who's not Batman, you've been a real pain in my ass.
Number 8. Kevin Michael Richardson, The Batman. Kevin Michael Richardson has had his share of villainous roles with his deep and menacing voice, and his portrayal of Joker in 2004's animated series The Batman is no exception. This clown prince of crime is wild in every possible way, from his insane laugh, harebrained schemes, and monkey kung fu fighting style.
What rational being dresses like you? Speaking of threads, think this is a good look for me? Who are you? Joker.
It's a truly unique version of the Joker, and Richardson is more than able to keep up. All the world's a stage for this cuckoo clown, and he lives to be the center of attention while he drives everyone else as crazy as he is.
I've indulged you only because it amused me.
Yes, sir.
You little imp. I could never stay mad at you.
Number 7. Jeff Bennett, Batman: The Brave and the Bold. Jeff Bennett's voiced some hilarious characters over the years, which makes him the perfect candidate to voice the Joker in the more lighthearted series Batman: The Brave and the Bold, a series that serves as the Joker's more comedic side seen in the early comics and 60s TV series. As eccentric as they come, Joker is all over the place in this series, even teaming up with Batman to defeat Owlman.
Bats, based on this little adventure, if you weren't the stalwart hero and I wasn't the homicidal maniac, we could have been friends.
He could drop crime and be a hero, but where's the fun in that? In his twisted eyes, this Joker is the villain that the other crooks look up to, and with the right power, even taking over his own animated world.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the death of Batman!
Number 6. John DiMaggio, Batman Under the Red Hood. Everyone knows John DiMaggio as Bender from Futurama or Jake from Adventure Time, but DC fans will recognize him for his creepily fantastic portrayal of the Joker in Batman Under the Red Hood.
You gonna do it this time? Or you're just gonna put me in another body cast for 6 months?
He already makes a great first impression by killing off the infamous second Robin, Jason Todd. He depicts the Joker as a much more calculated villain, with clinical insanity replaced with genuine malice and cruelty. With his deep, mocking voice, DiMaggio nails it at portraying one of the darkest incarnations of the sadistic jester.
I'm the only one who's gonna get what he wants tonight! Yes! Bing, bang, boom! We all go out together! Don't you just love a happy ending?
Number 5. Cesar Romero, Batman. How could we talk about the Joker without mentioning the first actor to bring the iconic laugh into everyone's homes? The 1960s Adam West series was the very first Batman show, and it doesn't get any more self-aware than this. So it only fits that a campy Batman should fight a campy Joker armed with shocking joy buzzers, sneezing powder, and plenty of creative death traps.
The grand finale, the climax of my performance, the zenith of my career.
This felonious funny man is more of a prankster than his sociopathic successors. But Romero's boundless energy and shrieking laughter left a powerful impression that served as a foundation for all future Jokers to follow.
Look, you boobs, look and laugh. Examination papers.
Number 4. Joaquin Phoenix, The Joker Duology. True, 1989's Batman features a live-action Joker origin story. But Joaquin Phoenix shows us a true look into his spiral into insanity. Phoenix's Arthur Fleck is an unflinching portrayal of how cruelty can transform a man into a monster. The actor draws our sympathy with a raw and torturous depiction of his character's plight. Of course, all that goes out the window once he sheds all traces of humanity.
How about another joke, Murray?
No, I think we've had enough of your jokes.
What do you get?
I don't think so.
When you cross a mentally ill loner with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash!
Phoenix holds viewers in the palm of his hand throughout the film, steering our emotions with every plot twist. With glowing reviews for his performance, Phoenix emulated Heath Ledger to bag a more than well-deserved Oscar win. The sequel may have drawn mixed feelings, but Phoenix's commitment to the role remains second to none.
You want to tell it to me?
Number 3. Mark Hamill, The DC Animated Universe. Now we come to the king of Joker voice actors, Mark Hamill. Making his debut as the Clown Prince in Batman the Animated Series, Hamill treats Joker's laugh like a musical instrument, and seeing him at work in the recording studio is truly magical. He continued the role throughout most of the DC Animated Universe features, and became the most recognized and iconic voice.
Oh no, your old eyes do not deceive you, Brucey. After all, who know me better than you?
Even though we've just gone over some really good animated performances, anytime we hear the Joker and it's not Mark Hamill, there is always a little bit of disappointment. He keeps trying to retire from the role and they always bring him back, and we hope he will always be around to give us the crazy. Number 2. Jack Nicholson, Batman. No one expected Michael Keaton to nail the role of Batman in Tim Burton's 1989 movie, but Jack Nicholson's Joker really steals the show here.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? What? I always ask that of all my prey. I just like the sound of it.
Nicholson is no stranger to depicting unbridled insanity, and the mental breakdown that turns Joker from wildcard crook to insane crime boss is one of the character's most memorable moments ever. Not only does he ace the Joker's creepiness, he also shows off boundless energy that even rivals that of Cesar Romero.
I know what you're saying! Where can I get these fine new items? Well, that's the gang. Chances are, you bought them already.
Always trying to outshine the Dark Knight and steal the spotlight, Nicholson's performance is both theatrical and authentic. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Heath Ledger, The Dark Knight. Taking the number 1 spot is inarguably the most realistic and terrifying portrayal of the Joker in Batman history.
Look at me! You see, this is how crazy Batman's made Gotham.
While Batman's origin story may have been examined in detail during Christopher Nolan's now classic trilogy, his version of the Joker is that of a character with purpose, but seemingly no cause. Ledger manages to portray the Joker as believably real, without having to sacrifice any of the character's well-established quirks, honoring the source material while building upon it at the same time.
It was a long day, and we walked out back to our trailers, and Heath was here, and I was walking, and he puts his hand on my shoulder, and he goes, "That's what acting's all about."
Showcasing every facet of the Joker's demented mind and adding some touches of color of his own. The sheer spectrum of talent on display here is nothing short of spectacular.
See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
Which version of the Joker haunts your nightmares? Let us know in the comments.
If you don't like the movie, I've got slides.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.